Dr. Gilbere, we talked to at some length about acronyms.
Yes.
We talked a little bit about MSG. What is this big harangue about MSG? How long has it been going on? Where are we now? And what other problems it could cause?
Well, many countries have actually banned using any MSG, but the unfortunate part about the United States is that MSG is allowed if it's below the pure ratio. So the pure ratio is 99.9% monosodium glutamate. Okay? So if it's 99.8888 or 8999, it doesn't even have to be listed on a label, Lyle.
Really?
Absolutely. And I'll share with you in a moment the disguises that it can be listed under in a label, which is what really sabotages people that are very highly sensitive, but it's a neurotoxin. It's an excitotoxin. There's a wonderful book written by Dr. Russell Blaylock, B-L-A-Y-L-O-C-K, medical doctor, and it's called Excitotoxins. And an excitotoxin, I'm going to read the definition right from his book, is an added substance to foods and beverages that literally stimulates neurons in our brain to death. We talked about neurons in an earlier segment. It causes brain damage of varying degrees and can be found in such ingredients as monosodium glutamate, or MSG, aspartame, which is NutraSweet, crystalline, hydrolyzed vegetable protein, also known as HVP, and aspartic acid. So here we're talking about something that actually kills neurons in the brain, and it excites them to death. So it's like the analogy that Dr. Blaylock has used, and he's just one of the gurus of excitotoxins, is the fact that if you have an automobile and you never move it, those tires never get any tread off of them, but you're gunning it at full speed all the time, that engine's going to wear out quicker than if you're actually using all the moving parts and everything's going on and you're replacing the oil, and right? It's the same thing. An excitotoxin is exciting everything. It's agitating. It's like putting the neurons in a blender. So it kills them by the agitation, by the excitotoxin movement. But then it also depletes them, all of their nutrition and all their oxygen, so they start dying. So it's an excitotoxin. And that's why we have so many cases of ADD, ADHD. People are addicted to this stuff, and they don't know why. MSG is a white crystalline powder, and it looks like salt. But the scary part is, remember, if it's less than 99.9%, it does not have to be individually listed on a label. So some of the disguises are, and I'm going to read this if you'll allow me to here, HVP. I bought some chicken broth to do a demonstration for a class that I was teaching, and it said HVP, so I took it in there and I asked the class to tell me what ingredients they felt were health depleting. Nobody picked up that HVP was hydrolyzed vegetable protein, which is MSG in disguise, because it's not exactly 99.9. Glutamic acid or glutamate, enzyme modified or modified enzymes. So if you see that on the label, especially gravies, soups, salad dressings, natural flavor and natural flavorings. So see, when you have a broad term like that, that's how they hide all of these things in that are not the percentage that the government requires them to list and identify separately. Yeast extract or autolyzed yeast, caseinate, contains maltodextrin, usually contains MSG, soy concentrate, isolate, or soy proteins and protein isolates. Those are all aliases of MSG, and the list is on my website so that people can actually print it off of there and look for these toxins. I mean, they're killing brain cells, or they're exciting them to death.
So you're really saying we need to become educated about everything.
Absolutely.
And we need to read the labels. And some other time we could talk about the fact that aspartame can be delivered under about 12 different names as well. So
and the dangers of that, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, and the main thing too, in closing here, is that people think it's very difficult to read labels. Once you get used to what these things are, I mean, there's nothing canned in my home except some wonderful canned tuna from a very good source from Alaska.
Called Vital.
Vital Choice. It's the only
right.
seafood I'll eat, yes.
There you go.
But I don't have any other cans in the house. It's either frozen or it's organic or it's in a packaged mix that doesn't have the preservatives. It's not hard. You just have to make the effort.
Become your own expert.
That's right.
Thank you.
Become your own expert.